Welcome to Dateline Southern, a weekly newscast brought to you by the School of Journalism and Communication. I'm Michael Hadley.
And I'm Tommy Anderson. Here's our top story, just into the Dateline Southern newsroom. Today's convocation speaker attracted lots of students, including the local news media. The daughter of Fidel Castro, Alena Fernandez, told her life story. Growing up in Cuba, she described her strained relationship with her famous father. As an adult, she fled Cuba in 1993 to come to live in America. She didn't say much about the current relationship between the United States and her home country, but she did take a few questions from students.
How do people treat you when they hear that you're Fidel's daughter?
I don't get a special response. Some people are curious. Some people say, what is she doing here? Some people know. The first place to be for a Cuban is Miami because you don't have to explain anything. Thank you.
Fernandez did compliment the United States for its generosity and spirituality towards Cuba.
The softball season ended last Saturday night with the annual all-night softball tournament. Dateline's Jexi Vijamizar joined the cheering fans and filed this report.
All-night softball this year was full of food, exclusive attires, and unique visitors. With the smell of Taco Bell and Papa John's, students came out to see the 39 teams show their talents. Staying awake between games was a challenge for many of the players.
Playing at 3 a.m., yes, so trying to think of a nice Adventist way to keep myself awake until then.
Spectators enjoyed not only the game but also the exclusive uniforms of the different teams.
Even though it is a very cold night, many students came out to the field to support their teams.
There's a lot more people than I thought. The parking lot was full and we had to go park on the side, but there's a lot of people here and it's pretty fun.
This year, the championship crown was for Ballistic Bombshells, who had scored 92 runs during the season. And for the boys, the team Hadley, who had 5 home runs in the game. Unique visitors came to enjoy and entertain some of the audience. For Dateline Southern, this is Jexi Vijamizar.
The last championship game didn't end until 7:30 Sunday morning.
Just hours after the last pitch was thrown in all-night softball, another group of student athletes was competing in the Cohutta Springs Triathalon. The air temperature was a chilly 60 degrees, but that didn't stop swimmers from completing the half-mile swim. After getting wet, contestants had to finish an 18-mile bike ride and 4-mile run. Emergency medical personnel were on hand in case students suffered injury or dehydration. This year's cooler weather kept athletes from getting overheated.
This year's top female finisher, seen here, Jessica Marlier, a senior physical education major who completed the course in 1 hour and 35 minutes. She said her only goal was to do her best and have fun. If you've been to Fleming Plaza lately, you may have noticed a new look inside the village market. Tyler Quiring has more in this report.
The village market has been given a facelift. Since April, walls have been repainted, new refrigerators have been installed, and shelves have been spaced out and reorganized.
It really helps you as a consumer be self-reliant to be able to find your own product, what you want, and do it easy and fast.
One of the big reasons why students like the renovation is that it makes things like juices easier to see and find. This way they can just come right up, see what they want, and grab it with no time wasted.
Even though it makes life easier for students, workers appreciate the change as well.
The renovations have really helped me out because instead of having one aisle, we have an entire section and everything is coordinated now. We have an entire wall for snacks. We have all of our flowers and grains over there. We have a fruit section, a candy section, and now an organic section.
The village market is traditionally focused on health foods and alternatives to items commonly found in other grocery stores.
It actually feels like a specialty store, like a boutique for vegan and vegetarian. So I like the renovations and I feel that it's expanded for the better.
This expansion was designed in part to draw new customers in, but Village Market Manager Gary Shockley says Southern will always keep students a priority.
Our students will always be a very strong part of our customer base, and our very existence is about the students here at Southern.
If you want to check it out for yourself, remember that several items can now be bought with your campus food bill. For Dateline Southern, I'm Tyler Quiring.
Future plans for the VM include more deli options as well as incorporating the campus bakery.
The City of Collegedale is making changes to the Wolf-Teeper Creek Greenway. I had the opportunity to report on these new developments. When you're coming back from a walk on the Greenway, what's the first thing you look for? A bathroom. The next thing is water. Why? There are not enough restrooms along the 4-mile path that winds its way from Tucker Road to Greenbrier Cove. Many walkers limit how much water they drink during their trip because there are no facilities on the south end near Tucker Road. Greenway goers believe there should be a restroom there.
Oh, it would be a great idea.
Great idea?
Yes. I mean, we're talking, what are we, 2.5 miles from Imagination Station, 3 miles, something like that. So yeah, about the time you get around here, if you have a bottle of water, it'd be fabulous.
Soon you won't have to worry about where to park and how far you can walk after drinking a bottle of water. The Director of Public Works, Rodney Keaton, has listened to your cries for relief.
Well, it's a need. It really is. We have a lot of people that walk the Greenway that constantly asking for restrooms. Local Parks and Recreation, state of Tennessee has grants. We applied and we were rewarded a grant.
Keaton said the City of Collegedale has received $48,000 in grant money from the state, and it plans to match these funds for a total sum of $91,000. If you're walking down the Greenway and suddenly the urge hits you to have to use the restroom, there's one small problem. You'll have to walk 2 to 4 miles in that direction towards Imagination Station to use the facilities, because currently there's no restrooms over here at the Tucker Road entrance. According to city officials, approximately 400 individuals use the Greenway each day, and on holidays, like the 4th of July, there have been as many as 800 people.
I mean, I don't see a problem with it if they decided to do that. It'd be their choice. But I think it'd probably be a benefit to a lot of people that use it frequently.
The city will begin construction in July next year. It should be complete in 4 months.
On the run with an empty stomach? Grab a quick snack from one of the new vending machines on campus. As I found out earlier this week, the vending machines are proving so popular, food service can hardly keep them stocked. Students this year came back to many new things on campus. New carpet in the guys' dorm, a fountain on Taylor Circle, and new vending machines. These vending machines, a joint venture by SIFE and the Food Services Department, allow students to use their ID cards to buy snacks, sandwiches, and drinks out of the machines placed in Talge, Thatcher, and the Student Center. The vending machines have proven to be very popular on campus, with the ones in Talge being restocked sometimes twice a day.
There's food in there, and you don't have to use actual cash, which I never have. So
There have been some malfunctions, with some items not being able to be bought. If you have any problems or can't buy an item, please contact the Food Services Department. The students love the convenience of the machines. They're a nice alternative when you don't have any money, don't feel like walking to CK or KR's, or when you're studying late at night and get hungry. The prices in the machines range from $1.25 to 75 cents. For Dateline Southern, I'm Michael Hadley. The vending machines are open at all convenient hours for students to use.
The Collegedale Church invested in a new video ministry over the summer. With financial help from the university, the church purchased cameras and switching gear to broadcast the church service online. Previously, only Friday Night Vespers was streamed live. Now, Adoration 1 and Adoration 2, as well as Renewal, are streamed live. Community volunteers and college students are producing the webcast. The worship services are also archived online. Check out the live feed by logging on to collegedalechurch.com or southern.edu.
If you would like to produce the live streaming video from either Friday night Vespers or Sabbath morning, Campus Ministries is looking for additional volunteers. The ministry wants to build a team of 15 students who would rotate weekends. Technical Director Tom Goddard said volunteers will be trained in the following areas: audio, camera control, and technical directing.
Photography students were able to step back into the 19th century this semester. Civil War period photographer Wendell Decker set up his wet plate darkroom in front of Brock Hall. Decker demonstrated how to focus a large format camera, frame the shot, and develop a print. One lucky student got a chance to develop a picture in the portable darkroom. It contains all of the chemicals and equipment needed to develop large format prints on glass or metal. In less than 7 minutes, an image is clearly visible on the tint type. The final process includes cleaning, drying, and varnishing the photograph.
Ladies, do you like your men a little on the rugged side? If you don't, you better start getting used to it.
Dateline's James Higginbotham reports on the increasing number of Southern men growing facial hair.
Like it or not, facial hair is on the rise in our society. Not only celebrities like Brad Pitt and Johnny Depp, but Southern guys are getting in the trend as well. Why have guys decided to stop growing facial hair?
I like the look. It's not out of laziness or anything.
God gave me this gift where I can just grow facial hair. So I like to give back to the community by doing what I call facial art.
According to an Ask Men article, facial hair for guys is a sign of maturity or even of their manlyhood. For women, it's a sign of prestige or even laziness.
As you can see, I myself have facial hair. And at least once a week I try to use a razor to trim my beard up a little bit because it makes you look more sophisticated even with the beard.
With the goatee, mutton chops, soul patch, and full beard all on its rise, what impacts does this have on the opposite sex? An unofficial survey done with Southern women has produced mixed reviews.
You probably get lazy, don't even want to shave, and it's okay, just a little bit, but once you start looking like, I don't know, Sasquatch or something, it needs to go.
It's kind of nice, but all shaggy and just let it grow is kind of crazy.
I have a great disdain for facial hair. Actually, I don't appreciate it.
Women have grown to tolerate and even accept the trend of more facial hair, but the general census is clear. Even the manliest beards should be kept trimmed. For Dateline Southern, I'm James Higginbotham.
According to the Market Research Group, the purchase of facial hair trimmers dipped 12% last year. A steeper decline is expected this year. So Tommy, how often do you shave?
I try to shave once a week or every so
Once a
often,
week.
but I would say a few years ago I did have a goatee.
Really?
But people told me I looked a lot older than what I really did, so I decided to just shave it all off.
I shave pretty much almost every day. You know, not a lot there, but want to keep it nice. So, yeah.
That wraps up this edition of Dateline Southern.
We remind you it's a joint venture of the TV News Reporting and Performance class and the TV Studio class.
Dateline Southern will take the next couple of weeks off for midterm exams and midterm break.
We will return with another new newscast October 28th.
See you then.